Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Taurus, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never solicit for private readings. I do offer private readings, and information about that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page, along with a link to donate. So thank you so much in advance. So Taurus, I hope that you're doing well. I am doing your reading today with the Abstract Futures Tarot. And we're going to get an overall card for the energy of the overall reading, and it's from the Deep, Dark, and Dangerous Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. So Taurus, let's just get right into it. Pull one card from the deck for you. You got a Pook, and the word is fear. It's A-H-P-U-C-H. The word is fear. Well, that's not good, Taurus. Number 12, which represents the Hanged Man energy in the major arcana of the tarot. The Hanged Man energy talks about kind of stepping away from a situation because it's gotten too intense or confusing, and you're just kind of wanting to get a little bit of perspective on that. So striking how kind of a lot of the cards in this deck, they're very mythical, but this child is like photorealistic, and that's striking to me because it's one of the rare cards in this deck that has very photorealistic element or figure to it. And then you kind of have this character in the background that, you know, it almost seems like larger than life. It takes up that fear, that kind of smoke and mirrors is what I wanted to say. It takes up so much of the energy right now. But I do see here in the back, it's kind of, I don't know if it's kind of hard to tell, but there's like a mandala or a compass or like an ancient symbol, kind of like a dial. It's kind of twisting and turning. So 4 cards for the base spread, 4 cards of clarifier, and I will pull more cards to clarify if I need to. Okay, so lots of cards just flipped out. Okay, so all your cards are down. You actually got one extra at the end here. Taurus, right off the bat, you got a lot of Wands energy with the 8 of Wands in the reverse and the 10 of Wands in the upright. So the tarot is made up of 78 cards, 4 suits: Wands, Cups, Swords, and Pentacles. In the suit of the Wands, it's all about fire, the element of fire, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius energy. So in your past, you could have been very, very concerned with, you know, this battle that you've been fighting for a while, and things seem to be coming finally to a head, because when we're going through the 8 of Wands, that's talking about fast communication, fast action, like impulsivity. You did get it in the reverse though in your past energy. So it's almost like things were moving a little too slow for you. And with the 10 of Wands clarifying it, has to do with burden. It's like we've picked up all these wands on our journey, and we're having to kind of schlep them around everywhere we go. And it's like, I feel like it's, you know, especially here, it's like that burden, that, what is it, the monkey on your back or on your shoulders. It's like a burden that you've had to carry on your back. So I don't know if you're experiencing any kind of like back pain right now or tenseness in your shoulders, right? It's not to say that there's an entity there, but maybe there could be memories trapped, right? Like our emotions get stuck in our bodies. That's why they have things like Reiki and somatic healing and acupuncture and like kind of Eastern philosophies of where we store pain in the body. Western philosophies too. So in your past energy, I just see a lot of movement, but it's been hard-won movement almost. It's like you had to struggle to achieve. But then I just heard the phrase achievement unlocked. So you passed through the difficult period already. You're through with it. What did it have to do with Spirit? What did it have to do with? A lot of cards just came out. Some more wands, swords and cups. So 5 of wands in the reverse. Like really trying to quiet the conflict and chaos in your headspace. 2 of cups in the upright. Could it be having to do with a partnership or the connection of you to your higher self? The idea that, you know, we live in our earthly bodies and our human bodies, and then our soul, you know, our soul is a part of us, but it's also kind of intershifts between us and the 5D or the 5th dimension, right? So this idea that you are constantly in communication with your higher self. And the 4 of swords in the upright, which talks about a rest period, recuperation. So, you know, this energy is talking to me about like your soul being tired. Like you've been fighting this, it's like this chaos and conflict card. It's like you've been fighting against yourself or fighting against, you know, it could be somebody you love, not fighting against them, but there could have been a period of strife and you're tired. You're trying to recuperate and rest from it. You're trying to put this burden down, which I think you've succeeded because the 10 always goes back to an ace, right? And so if we look at what's in your present energy right now, you have 2 aces. Isn't that something? You have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, both in the upright. Ace of Pentacles is your suit. It's the suit of earth element. This is the suit of water, the cups. So this is absolutely stunningly beautiful. These are offers from Spirit that you are in the position to receive, that you are in the vibration to receive. It's like you got through all of that energy and now it's almost as if Spirit wants to reward you. Ace of Pentacles is like earthly, you know, finances or opportunities, doors opening, good health, prosperity in that way. Ace of Cups is a revitalization of love, new love, friendship, family. It's glorious, it's glowing, it's abundant. It's just, it's like, if this is like vibration, it's like vibrating out towards you, right? The cup overflowing. I almost see this figure here as like a lock, and this is like the key. It's almost like it's like unlocking the safety deposit box. Is there a safety deposit box somewhere that has your name on it or that you inherited? One that you may not know about, but you might soon. I take that as it resonates. I think that's just going to be for like one person, maybe. I hope. And I hope it's good. But it feels like it's good. Let me get a clarifier. Kind of don't want to clarify this one, but Spirit asked me to take one, so I'll take one. Page of Pentacles in reverse. It could be something that you're tentative about. You know, this is what happens when we get aces, right? Page of Pentacles, also your suit, is someone, page energy is like youthful or immature, but not in a bad way, just inexperienced, a student energy. So anytime we're in the page energy, we're just taking like teeny baby steps towards something. But in the reverse, it's like you're not taking a step towards anything. You know, and you know, that's also maybe because of this, because of fear. You know, now it's like I'm seeing it's just like something that's just in your mind, that maybe you see this beautiful thing that you have, and because you've been in this energy so long, it's almost like PTSD or something. It's like you have been on the struggle bus for so long that it's almost like, can you relax your shoulders? Can you unclench your jaw? Because you've been in a state of fear for so long. Do you know how to relax? Because the longer we stay in that state of fear, we actually, we're siphoning off, or we're restricting abundance, the flow of abundance to come towards us, right? We're restricting that flow, and all this wants to do is flow towards you. I like suddenly just like my shirt is feeling uncomfortable. I'm feeling very like uncomfortable. I don't know. Am I having a hot flash? I have no idea. I'm not hot though. I just feel like itchy and uncomfortable. So it's just, does it feel uncomfortable, Taurus, to accept something good? Because Spirit is showing me that you're very hesitant to even take a step towards it. So just food for thought. What is in the future energy? Well, you're not sure. The moon is major arcana, number 18, representing Pisces energy. Moon is all about mysteries, illusion, and confusion. So, you know, it's very powerful. It's a beacon in the night. We could see it as a beacon in the night, or we could see it as like the boogeyman or a werewolf or something bad. It's perspective. The thing about this character, though, she looks very resolute. She doesn't look scared to me at all. It's almost like feel the fear and do it anyway. Like you are, that may be lingering somewhere in your consciousness or subconsciousness, but it's, and it could be exacerbated in the future by like just some mysterious energies where you're just not sure. And maybe Taurus likes to go in with a roadmap to everything. I'm a Taurus Venus, so sometimes I don't think I know what that means, but sometimes I do. It's like when I love somebody, it's very, very powerful and all in, right? But maybe the practical, kind of grounded, earthly side of you wants to have a game plan. And you don't necessarily have a game plan right now. But the thing about the moon, it is like that beacon, right? So it's almost like you know where you're walking towards, but you don't know what you're going to find when you get there. Clarifying that is the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. So you are going to open up. Four of Pentacles is usually a very guarded energy. It's like holding really tight to all the pentacles. And Spirit is showing me, no, you're in the future, you're going to open up. You're going to feel the fear and do it anyway, precisely. It's going to take a lot because you worked really hard for the Four of Pentacles, those Four Pentacles that you gathered, whatever they represent to you, some kind of stability. You worked really hard for those, and it's not easy for you to, I don't know, put them, it's not to put them on display, but let's see, why am I speculating? The Fool energy in the reverse. If you have placements in Virgo, you may want to watch that reading because they got the Fool and the Moon together. Actually, you got the Fool in reverse, so it's difficult, right? You don't know how to take that leap of faith. You're still going to walk forward. You're still going to walk towards that light, but you're hesitant. You're going to do it anyway. I see a kind of bravery, right? I see a bravery in you. But, and you know, remember when I was saying that looked like a mandala or a compass or some kind of petroglyphs, hieroglyphs, that kind of thing. But it's almost like there's only half of it showing. I'm going to bring up Indiana Jones again because I always have to bring up Indiana Jones. But in The Last Crusade, and he was in the knight's chamber or whatever, the tomb, and he had half of the tablet with all of this special writing on it, and he was kind of taking brown clay or crayon and doing a rubbing of the other half of the tablet. It's almost like, this is what I see you doing. Just kind of, you see half of the path, and then it's like you trying to find the other half of that path. But you also are smart enough to know that you have to take a step forward first, or else you're not going to move anywhere. It's almost like if you wait for the whole map to be drawn, it might be too late. At least that's how you feel. What is advice from Spirit? Well, bam, Page of Wands. Take that step, take that leap. Walk forward with courage. Take a baby step if you have to, but walk forward. It's clarified by the High Priestess in reverse. I think this is the first time I've gotten the High Priestess in these series of readings. And the Six of Cups in reverse. Don't look back. No looking back to the past. High Priestess in reverse, though. It's almost like High Priestess and the Moon are very related. You can see here this kind of remnants of the Moon. High Priestess is a major arcana. She sits at the veil between this life and the next. She's mute. She's very observant. She knows all and says nothing. So with this card in reverse, it's almost like maybe it's time for you to speak up, to use your intuition more. Maybe that's difficult for you to access, but it's quieting the mind. Some people ask me how I like channel things, and it's hard to describe. But it's just kind of like, you're still you. You're just not questioning anything that you say, which is not to say that you know everything. It's not about that. But when I'm in reading tarot and when I'm channeling for you, no matter how stupid it sounds or ridiculous or out of place, like what did I say earlier that I was like, oh, the safety deposit box. I don't know what that has to do with anything. I don't think I've ever said that or mentioned a safety deposit box in a reading. Like I'm not psychic in that way. Right? I'm reading tarot, I'm channeling and interpreting pictures on a page. But I would not be surprised if a safety deposit box was relevant for at least one Taurus out there. And it comes from Spirit, right? I just deliver the message. But it's like stepping aside. So Spirit is asking you, it's almost like try very hard to turn off your rational mind and allow the gut feeling, the instinct to come in. How do we do that? By just quieting ourselves. We go into meditation. The first 5 minutes of meditation could be the hardest 5 minutes of your life because your mind is racing. Oh, I have to feed the dog and pay the bills and what meeting do I have tomorrow morning and blah, 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 blah. Like the chatter will happen. You got to sit there and like push through the chatter. Just push right through it to then get to that quiet space where the thoughts can kind of float, ruminate, and all of a sudden you're just going to hear a voice. It might be your own voice. It might be the voice of a family member or a stranger or whatever that's going to say something to you. That's a download. It's amazing when it happens. And it's amazing when you realize like, oh, I just, you know, and the thing about it is, it might be something totally random, like a safety deposit box. Don't sit there and question it. Just say, okay, just maybe write it down, jot it down, just leave it alone. You don't have to do anything with it, but it maybe become relevant later in a way that you could never have predicted. That's what's so fun about connecting with spirit. It's like, I see it in synchronicities and signs, sometimes through my cats. One of my cats is sleeping on my bed, that's why I'm pointing over here. But Spirit is asking you right now to just take that step forward, despite your fear. Despite your fear. So that's your reading, Taurus. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe to my channel, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification if you'd like to be updated for future readings that I post on this channel. Please comment if there's some safety deposit box situation involved with you, because I would love to hear about it. Bye, Taurus.